Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I am back today to work on the junk mail envelope journals. Yes, I was just thinking you've seen this one, so we're good. And so we're gonna do a page again, the envelope over here today in each of the journals. And I'm gonna start with the fall one, so I'm gonna move out my Halloween one. So how are you guys? I hope you're fantastic. I want to start with hugs and blessings to Tracy T and Barbara B. You gals had my back and I love you. So thank you for that. And super thanks to Kathy and the Helms. Thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. And I couldn't do this without you. I appreciate all of you to the moon and back, definitely. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Joey Cardmaker's, this is Joey Cardmaker's kit, this Autumn Folk is what I'm using in the fall journal. So definitely go over and check out his Etsy, because oh my goodness, he's got some beautiful kits. And this fall kit is just really fun. There's all kinds of goodies in it, so definitely worth checking out. Alright, so we're going to take a piece of this and we're going to put it up here at the top of this envelope because I want to use one of the pages from the kit that, I'm going to use this page here, that isn't long enough just because, you know, I'm using a cuckoo size, so my fault, not anything else. So that's the one thing when you're making these kits using like envelopes or junk mail or whatever, you have to kind of finagle around because generally most of the kits aren't gonna work unless they're oriented the other direction, and even then these are kind of odd sizes. So anyway, but we can make it work. So we're just going to take a piece of this, and some of it will get covered up, but I just want to make sure I have enough. So I'm going to take a little bit of those mushrooms. They're super duper cute, and we're going to put it up here at the top. I'm just going to ink that. I left my ink opened. Don't you just love it when you do that? So yeah, I hope you guys are well. I'm doing good. Cruising along in my day. And I wanted to say that my channel is real life. So you're going to get some real life talk from me sometimes. So if that's not your thing, then I'm probably not the channel for you. So most of y'all seem to like my stories, but some don't, and that's fine, because there's loads of channels out there that you might be able to find something you like. But just want to say I do real life, and I talk about my kids, and I talk about my life. So all right, so we're gonna put the little mushrooms up there. Oh, I did it again. I have to do it every time, like it's the rule. I always want to glue that shut every single time. And a lot of you know that follow me know that that is the fact, that I do it every time. So I'm just going to take another little piece of paper and glue it on the back of that, on that side, and then we'll just put a little thin bit of glue on there to fix it, because me, I'd be dopey every time. I'm not even exaggerating. You don't want to put glue on this part of the envelope, obviously, because then you're going to close up that part of the pocket. So that's what the issue is here. If you didn't know what I did, because I know sometimes it's hard to figure out what I'm talking about, but yeah, you can't glue that part down. You gotta glue it separate. So we'll just put a little bead of glue over there. like along here and across here. And I can put some right here too. Yeah, sometimes, I'm telling you. So now that we have that, we're going to make sure that our pocket is open. Where is my other ruler? So I just put this in here and make sure that, I want to make sure that flap over there was open, and it is. Okay, so just a little tip there. Ay, ay, ay. And then on the other piece that we're going to put on here, I'll try to remember that. Probably won't, but I'll try. Okay, I'm going to tear it about here. Well, a little more, because we're going to also tear a strip off of that side. That's my fancy measuring that I do. Sorry, I can't see the mark. It's a hot day here again, and humid now because we got a lot of that rain from the hurricane moving through our area. But it was very good that we got rain. Very, very good. It puts the fires out up where my son's at, so, or at least made them more containable than what they were. So that was fantastic news. So I'm just gonna go something like that. I'm gonna actually take it all the way over here because a little bit of the envelope right there I would rather see than the blue over here. So I haven't done one of these kind in a while. I'm kind of all discombobulated. I feel like I used to be a lot faster at this. Need to get back in the swing of things. So yeah, we got extra day of working in this journal. I will do Watercolor Wednesday next week. Just wanted to get these going good, and a lot of people were interested in what I was going to do with these, so wanted to get a good start on that, and then you know, go from there. I am going to remember. I'm going to remember not to put glue over here, just here. Silly me. And I use Scotch Create glue sticks. You need to just figure out what kind of glue you like best, because it definitely is a preference situation. For sure, with the glue, just gotta try things and see what you like the best, but that's what I use. Sorry, that was not up high enough. And I want it in the right spot. Okay, should do it. So yeah, we kind of got this patchwork thing going because, you know, right here, it's because this paper isn't tall enough, but I like that look. If you don't like it, you might want to use like 12 by 12 paper so that you can definitely get the whole thing covered the way you like it. But I think that kind of is part of that whole junk journal thing, you know, just everything's not perfect. That's sort of the appeal, I think, of those journals, in my opinion. Okay, So we've got that. So we have a nice writing spot, a nice writing spot. So even though this isn't going to be a huge journal, I think that it will have some nice writing spots. So Joey also has these really super cute journaling cards. And so I'm assuming the idea is this is the front, and then you fold it in half and you glue it together, and then you have a nice journaling card to tuck into a pocket. I'm going to use it a little bit differently. I'm going to turn it into a pocket that we're going to attach to this envelope that'll fold over here like this and fold out. So you can still write on the back, but then it's going to have the little mouse tag inside. So that's what I'm doing with that. So I need to make like a little hinge, and I'm going to use my tea-dyed paper for that. So nothing, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just going to make a little folded in half piece to make your hinge. And some paper. Sticky paper. And we're just going to cut this. And this doesn't have to be anything perfect because it's just getting glued down. A lot of it's not even going to be seen because one piece will go inside of here and one piece will go inside of the envelope, so it doesn't have to be anything beautiful, but I do want it roughly the size. It can be a tiny bit smaller, and that's fine. And then you're just going to glue the inside of the flap to hold on here, and then we'll glue the inside of this flap to glue inside here. So you want to make sure you get it completely glued so you don't get a little flappy part that will get catching your tags or whatever you put in there, journaling cards, whatever. So you just want to make sure you get those corners real good and the edges real good. It's the most important part. And I'm just gonna try to get it on here with our shaky hands. Hopefully you're more fortunate and don't have shaky hands, but if you do, just make it work. Okay. And this part, open up your envelope, slip that in there, and try, you might, look at it and try to leave yourself a little bit of a gap there, just so that it opens and closes easily, so it's not too tight to flap open and closed. And then we're going to close this as well. Get this on here real good. But first I want to do a thumb notch on that. And I'm going to do it on this side, and it's just going to be a small one, and you can use whatever you want, any type of circle punch, or if you have a, one of the little thumb notch punches, just a little bit so that we know that that's a pocket. Put a little ink in there. And I'm going to put ink over here too, so what you do see from the thumb notch will be inked. And we're going to glue this side and the bottom. Try not to glue it to the page like I just did. Just dropping everything. Okay. Alright, just make sure everything that's supposed to open still opens, right? Put this in here, make sure. Okay, and there's our little mushroom flap. I probably should have scooted it down a little bit, but it's fine. And then we're gonna put some book page. Oh, and I did, I'm sure you guys noticed, I put book page on the other side of this card just to make it a little bit thicker so that, you know, when you're putting the tag in and out, you don't end up ripping a single sheet of paper. And I'm gonna put some book page on this guy, and then the rest of that tea dye paper. Guys. Okay, well, I'm going to print that out again. I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and I decided to switch out which of the little tags I'm going to use. So I'm going to use this one because you can make these stackable tags with these, and I thought that might be fun. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing it exactly right. I'm not really one of the cool kids that knows how to do these stackable tags. I've never tried them before. They're very cool. I just have never tried it. So I'm gonna try and do one just in my own way. But I know you can make them like super cool. So we're gonna see what we can do. Let's see. We're gonna use our crocodile. Try to get this as straight as possible. I guess it doesn't have to be totally perfect because I am going to use an eyelet, so it'll cover up any little white rings that I might leave. Okay, and I'm just going to put them together like this, where they're both going to be attached here, and then hopefully you'll be able to swing that one a little bit so that you can write on both of them on the back. Not going to squeeze super tight. These are, yes, my mom's vintage eyelets. So yeah, that works pretty good, huh? Because you could go like that and write on that one and write on that one. So that is our little tag that's going to go in here, and I'll probably put something in there. I don't know what yet, so but it'll pop in there like so. So that is my little page for the autumn journal. Very fun. All right. Uh-oh, why am I not folding very well? Okay, that's that page. And then we're going to go into the Halloween one and do a page in there. I think, was this for the other one? No, it was for this one. I'm not going to put that in there now because I'll just mess it up probably. So what I'm going to do with this one is similar, except instead of that pocket, because I don't have one of those in my kit, I'm going to attach one of my guest checks. And this one I did in the original 50 stack challenge, and the color was black that we were using, so I did the witches. It's been about a year since I did this one probably, so it'll flap in and out instead of having the pocket. So I have an old piece of book page here that I'm going to put along there, just like I did the other one, to kind of cover up that edge a little bit. And I am going to ink it a little bit too. Well, a lot of it, because I don't really ink anything a little bit. You're just getting to see the whole shindig here. Yeah, I managed not to mar that second set of tags like I did those poor mice. It's all right, I'll print it again and I'll get to use the little mice somewhere else. I need to fix this. And this you might have to do with your envelope journals because you know, envelopes aren't always glued entirely because they're just meant to, like, especially these junk mail envelopes, they're just cheapy envelopes. I'm going to just put this on here. I kind of like the way that looks. I'm just going to show about where I need to cut here. If I could cut it a little bit straighter maybe. It's great. Great. Yep, that'll work. So I have to remember, right, to just glue along this edge for the closing of the envelope. And across here, and across here, and we can do a little bit of this here too. Just don't want to glue where, you know, the pocket is. I'm sure you get it. I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you. And welcome back to all my continuing supporters and subscribers. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate you all so much. I want to glue these just a little bit more because it is an old book and I don't want those little bits to fall off, because those are the good stuff, right? We don't want to lose those. Don't want to lose the bits. The little crumbly bits. I found outside when we were doing yard work, my husband and I found a really thin, cool piece of bark, but it's kind of curved, you know. And I haven't decided what I want to do with that, but that's pretty cool. He was like, seriously, you're going to keep that? It's like, yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to tear just a tiny bit more off of this. It's alright, he's used to me. And all my crazy things. It's like, you're going to make something out of it, right? It's like, yep. He knows, he knows. I did not figure out what I'm going to put down here. So, I should probably figure that out in case I want it to go under there. I am liking the look of the old book page with that. So maybe we need to use a piece that has writing on it. No, I don't like that particular one. It needs to be more like this direction, but that one's not big enough. Maybe one of these. That one's gonna be big enough. Yeah, it's not very much. Sorry, I had to turn on my fan. It's just roasty toasty today. So if you can hear that. I was cooking a little bit. Crocodile back. So what are you guys working on? Are any of you doing Halloween? I know it's a little early, but problem is then we gotta get started on Christmas. I know, it's insane. The whole thing's insane. I mean, kind of already have with the 50 stack challenge, but okay, we'll do something like that. I think I want to splatter this just a little with some of these colors. So we're gonna have to cover up jazz over here. And up here. I'll put one under here. I just don't want it where I don't want it. You see what I'm saying? So I have peeled paint. And a lot of this you're not going to see, but I just like to add these little details, which is my own everything I do. And this one is Crackling Campfire. And a little bit, and I always get it all over my fingers because that's what I do. Wild honey. And yes, these do spray, but they spray a whole lot more than I usually want. If I'm doing like a large area, I will definitely spray, or if I do want it covered entirely, I'll spray. But a lot of the time I just do this because, man, it's no joke with that stuff. And then I'm gonna just do some water, just a little. Okay, and I'm gonna pause and get this dry and I'll be right back. It's back and we are dry. So we're gonna put on our piece of paper. And it looks a bit like a hot mess, but it's okay. Just gives it some color and interest. And then this one's going to come all the way to this edge. Hopefully, if I can get this envelope's a little wonky now that I put the heat gun on it. Hopefully I didn't mess up the window. Okay, so there's that. I like it. Gives it a little something over there on that side. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I added some little tags. These are just from the Spooky Watercolor kit. So those are tucked into that spot. And then we're going to put on our witches here. And I'm going to have to use a piece of paper that is newer. Oh, it's right here. It's like, I know I folded a piece, because if you use that old book page and fold it in half, chances are it's going to crack, and then you're going to have just, you know, it's just going to come apart again. So I'm going to put it this way, so when this opens, you're going to see, you know, kind of part of the tree there, rather than just white. Sorry. But you could, of course, again, you could use washi or, what do you call it? Coffee dyed, tea dyed paper works as well. I should probably figure out, I'm not sure which side. I think this was on the other side. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to meet that up at all. Actually, that's going to go inside, huh? It's just going to be this on this part is where you're going to see. Yeah. I'm just going to have it go that way. It's fine. Oh, that's not gonna work. It's this side. Are you guys yelling at me? Yeah, I'm telling you. I have not done this stuff in a while. I'm a mess. I think I'm getting dingier by the day, too. There we go. Because this will go in here. Like so. Just come do it like that. That'll sort of make sense. Yes. Okay. Sometimes you gotta like finagle stuff around to figure out how it goes, let me tell you. The good news is you can usually fix just about anything, so that is also very wonderful about junk journaling, I think. 'Cause I don't know about you guys, but I'm not perfect, so I struggle with the projects that have to be perfect. I mean, I like to think I'm making it perfect, but chances are that's probably not the case. See, like this, for example. But when we cover we'll cover the inside of this as well. This envelope. Put something cool to look at in here. Okay, so there it is, our little flap for this one. All right, and I think that's a video for today. So we did the same sort of thing on both of these, just in different ways. This one with the mushroom little pocket and the owl tag. And then we have this one with the witches. I got lots of witches. I got lots of owls in there and lots of witches here, so we're going to have to mix it up after this. But anyways, we're cruising right along. So I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Love you guys. Bye.